Hello, everybody. We are now in December, and this is the perfect time to start making a budget. I've talked about sticking to a budget before, and some of you have asked me to go over how I make my budget, how I stick to my goals. I believe a budget is so important to have. As boring or restrictive as a budget sounds, it allows you to achieve your short and long term goals. Because who wants to work forever? I don't. A lot of what I will teach you is common sense. However, think of it like a diet. We all know we need to eat healthy and work out. However, without writing it down, how many of us actually stick to that diet or workout schedule? This is the same as a budget. In order to make this simple as possible, I'm going to break this out into steps. There's videos out there and they're all great that will go over this in one shot. I want you to really commit to this. So the first step I want you to do is to write everything you spend this month. If you bought presents for the end of the month, I want you to go back and also write that down on the list. I don't care if you spent 3 cents or you spent $8 million. Everything needs to be written down. And the three things that you need to write down is the date, the store or business where you made that purchase, and the amount. There is actually a fourth thing that you can write down. I don't need to write it down personally. I just know what I spent my money on. But there is that chance that you forget what you actually bought. It happens. It happens to everybody, right? Like you go to the store or you go to a gas station and you just buy a candy bar, right? It's those kind of things that just happen that you don't remember. So if you need that reminder, write it down. Some examples again of what I want you to write down if you use that fourth line is, let's say, weekly groceries, Christmas present for the wife, or like I said, the candy bar. The reason I want you to do this is we all need to see what we literally spend our money on. Not hypothetically, but realistically, what did we spend our money on? Because the holiday season, it is so easy to just spend tons of money, right? You have a certain dollar amount you want to spend on gifts, but then you have random get togethers. There were presents that you didn't think you had to buy for people that you didn't have to buy for, and in the end, you did. So sometimes you just feel like you're in the spending mood just because it's the season, right? Everybody's buying, there's sales everywhere. This is a good deal. Let me just buy it. And that's how money is just gone. So realistically, we want to know how much you actually spent. And making a budget in December is awesome because that is normally when most people spend a lot of money without really thinking about it, right? There's a lot of regrets after Christmas, which is why there are presents that are returned or things that are brought back afterwards or regifted, something like that, right? But what we need to do is we are looking to make a budget that will last during the whole year. And why not start with the month where you're blowing lots of money? So in January, what we're going to do is take that list, categorize what you spent that money on, and break them down into buckets. This is when we get to see if you made good decisions or bad decisions. It's like when you review, again, when you're on a diet, you look back on the week and you're like, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have eaten that pizza or drank those 5 beers. Something like that. And that's what we're going to do with the December budget. Also, if anybody wants me to use their monthly spend, like if you created your list, if you want me to review said list as a case study that I could just use for a video, I mean, I have my budget, which I'm going to have to doctor the numbers out so that, it doesn't matter how much you make. I'm not better than you making money. You're not better than me making money. It really doesn't matter. I just not wanting to use my real numbers. But if there's somebody out there that wants me to just, form a budget, have a talk with you to see what this is like, then we can go over that. Just send me your numbers at the end of the month and we can make a budget actually for you with using your real life numbers. If there's a ton of you that send that to me, I can't guarantee I'll get to all of them, but if there's a few people out there that wants me to actually go through that exercise, I don't mind doing it. I think making budgets is actually really fun. So make sure you subscribe if you're not one of my normal viewers because the next video on this budget stuff isn't going to be for a month because, again, you need to write down everything that you spent this month. So I won't have a video about budgets until next month. With that said, as always, have fun, be happy, and don't buy anything outside of your budget.